chance to collect ourselves. For seniors here tonight, this week will fly by for you. Tonight we rush from classes and practices to get home or come from work to get ready for this assembly. Let's take 1 minute and sit back, take a deep breath, and quietly reflect for a moment why we are here. Who helped us get here, whether they're here physically or not, or in spirit, and who helped us get to this point in our lives. Let's pause. Thank you. This evening, we will recognize students for their accomplishments in the classroom, on the playing fields, and in the community. I want to be the first to offer congratulations to those students who are being recognized this evening. I also want to give a hearty thanks to the administrative staff and coaches who are here tonight to present awards and honor our students. Thank you for being here. I also want to offer my congratulations to the parents and guardians who are here tonight. I am sure that you are proud of your award winner. Before I introduce our Master of Ceremonies, just a reminder about safety. In case of an emergency, find the exits. We'll assemble out front in the very unlikely case we have to evacuate. Like many high schools, the number 1 and number 2 ranked seniors have their special role in graduation ceremonies. Our tradition at Keene High School is to honor our number 3 ranked senior by having them serve as MC for tonight's award presentations. This year, that student is Miss Margaret Bolton. Maggie is the daughter of Mr. Matthew Bolton and lives in Keene. In addition to being an outstanding student in the classroom with a cumulative GPA of 4.452, Maggie has been involved in student council, National Honor Society, Interact Rotarians, and the Unified Track Team. Maggie will be attending Trinity University in Dublin, Ireland next year to study English and history. Please welcome Maggie to the podium.
Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Maggie Bolton and I'm a graduating senior this year. I'm so honored to be the Master of Ceremonies for tonight's event. Each year, the student ranked 3rd in the graduating class is given the honor of helping to host this event. Number 1 and number 2 in the class, who are in this room tonight, very good friends of mine, get to give speeches at graduation. This worked out perfectly for me, since I was probably going to be too much of a crying mess at graduation to give a speech anyway. In all seriousness, I am genuinely delighted to be standing before all of you today, and to see some of my best friends and classmates get recognized for their hard work and achievements. This week is going to be bittersweet, especially for a sentimental person like me, but this moment right here has got to be one of the highlights. The people surrounding all of us in this room tonight are what makes KHS a special place. I'm sure a lot of us have spent hours and hours on end trying to lock in for a really hard math test or English exam. Some of us have given our all to the community around us by participating in community service events and exhibiting acts of kindness and generosity. And I know some of our athletes in this room have given everything they have on the court, field, or ice. So before we continue, let's give one big round of applause to all of our nominees here. And finally, of course, we wouldn't be here today without the support of the adults who never fail to help us when we need them. To our teachers, parents, counselors, or coaches, we will never be able to fully express our gratitude with just words, so let's give one more special round of applause to these extraordinary people who build us up and catch us when we fall. I could go on and on about how much admiration and love I have for everyone here, but I don't want to be here all night. So without further ado, I invite you to stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now we are honored to invite Mr. Jeffrey Collins, Executive Director of the New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletics Association, to the podium to present the Walter A. Smith Award.
Good evening, everybody. It's certainly a pleasure to be here. Maggie, are you kidding me? I mean, all the accomplishments this kid has, and if you're number 3, I don't know what number 1 and 2 have done, but you know, I could just get down in the stance and hit people really hard as I came out of high school. So, Mike, you are absolutely right. It's really appropriate that we take a time and reflect upon all that these kids have accomplished, because this is truly a special time. So I thank you, Mr. Atkins, Principal Gallagher, Superintendent Millay, for the invitation to be here this evening. It's truly an honor and privilege to be with you and this outstanding community tonight. The late Walter A. Smith was the Executive Director of the New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletic Association from 1958 until 1984. He was truly a champion for New Hampshire's high school athletics, especially dedicated to assisting young people. He was a tireless worker, someone who was always true to his convictions, loyal, honest, and completely committed to the NHIAA and its philosophies. The award established in Mr. Smith's honor recognizes an individual or individuals who have overcome special circumstances and contributed significantly and positively to the state of New Hampshire as an athlete, manager, or fan. Ironically, over my tenure, I think the most recipients of this award have come from Keene High School. While it is no small task to narrow the submissions to one recipient each year, there are times when the overwhelming support of the community makes that decision much less daunting. Such is the case this year. The advocacy and support for this student's nomination by the Keene High School community was like nothing that I have seen. It is clear that despite the setbacks this student athlete has faced during his high school years, he lives in a community that truly has his back. Moreover, his ability to overcome and persevere has left a lasting impression on all who have come in contact with this extraordinary individual. On behalf of the NHIA Awards Committee, the NHIA Council, and the 89 member schools which comprise the NHIA, it gives me great pleasure to announce that the 2025 recipient of the NHIAA Walter A. Smith Award is Javon Masaya.
Ms. Elizabeth Hansel will present the Dartmouth College Book Award.
Hello, good evening. The Dartmouth College Book Award is presented to a junior who shows strength of character, intellectual curiosity, and a continued academic growth. This year's recipient is Alex McLean.
Mr. William Derry will present the St. Michael's College Book Award.
Good evening, everyone. The St. Michael's College Book Award seeks to recognize students who exhibit the characteristics of an ideal St. Michael student. The book award is given each year to one female and one male student. The criteria for nominations include the students must be juniors in high school and must receive the award in their junior year. The students must attain mostly A's and B's in honors and AP classes and are inductees of the National Honor Society or an equivalent organization. The students must demonstrate a sustained and sincere commitment to community service, issues of peace and justice, and concern for others. This year's recipients are Nathaniel Henderson and Avery Johnson.
Miss Andrea Levin will present the Brown University Book Award.
Hello. Brown University honors the junior who best combines academic excellence with clarity in written and spoken expression. It is my pleasure to present the Brown Book Award to a young woman who is a class leader and an intellectual adventurer. It doesn't matter the assignment, formal essay, blog post, class discussion, or creative project. She is a model of engagement and consistent growth. This year's Brown Book Award goes to Julia Grant.
Mr. Bill Gillard will present the St. Anselm's College Book Award.
Okay, the St. Anselm's College Book Award is presented to a junior who demonstrates academic success and exceptional leadership qualities in the area of civic engagement. They should embody the values inherent in St. Anselm's College and aspire toward continued post-secondary success. This year's recipient is Callie Scott.
Now to present the Rensselaer Medal is last year's recipient, Mr. Will Pfaff.
The Rensselaer Medal is a scholarship opportunity worth $160,000 for an outstanding math and science students. For more than 100 years, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, in conjunction with Keene high schools around the world, has awarded the Rensselaer Medalist to promising secondary school students who have distinguished themselves in mathematics and science. The medal recognizes one student who, 1, has demonstrated superlative academic achievement, and 2, may be motivated towards careers in science, engineering, and technology. This merit scholarship with the value of $40,000 per year is guaranteed for 4 years or 5 years for the Bachelor of Architecture program for any medalist who is accepted and enrolls at Rensselaer. This year's recipient is Evelyn Omerod.
Mr. Jason Zecca will now present the Rochester Institute of Technology, Science, and Math Award.
The Rochester Institute of Technology, Science, and Math Award is in recognition of outstanding achievement. You've been chosen to receive this award and a scholarship in the amount of $24,000 per year. This scholarship is renewable each year and will provide up to $96,000 in undergraduate scholarship support during your time at Rochester Institute of Technology. This award is presented to Solomon Silverstein.
To present the next series of awards, please welcome our school principal, Dr. Cindy Gallagher.
Am I right? A number of parents still waiting to find out if I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Bunch of hooligans. For those of you that don't know the joke, the senior prank hit every single tree on campus with toilet paper. It's been a busy day. I took a pie in the face from a senior. No, I didn't. So, all right, it's my honor. Well, I want to thank everybody, and I want to congratulate everybody. Atkins gets to say it, and Maggie gets to say it, now you get to hear it from me. This is an outstanding class, and we've had an outstanding year, so tonight's a very special night recognizing everybody. So I appreciate you all. So I have a string of them. I'm going to start with the Clarkston University Leadership Award. This is given in recognition of an outstanding leadership qualities and academic promise. The Clarkston University High School Leadership Award offers a recipient a scholarship valued at $25,000 a year or $100,000 over 4 years to Clarkston University. This year, Keene High School is pleased to announce that Ms. Lucia Paranuzzi has been awarded the Clarkston University Leadership Award. Clarkston Achievement Award. This is given in recognition of an outstanding academic promise and achievement. The Clarkston University High School Leadership Award offers this recipient a scholarship valued at $20,000 a year or $80,000 over 4 years at Clarkston University. This year, Keene High is pleased to announce that Miss Grace Lyons has been awarded this award. Grace, come on up. Advanced Studies Program at St. Paul's School. The Advanced Studies Program at St. Paul's School in Concord High was established in 1957 to provide talented high school juniors with a challenging educational opportunity that would not otherwise be available to them. Out of the approximately 600 applicants from 75 schools across the state, only approximately 50% of the students are accepted to this rigorous and esteemed program. Accepted students spend 5 weeks completing advanced level work and a course of study. They also complete an English course and a writing workshop. This year, Keene High is excited to be able to recognize students that will be attending St. Paul's this summer. I'll ask each student to come forward as I read their names and the programs that they will be studying. Congratulations, Benjamin Friedman and Rowan Kalki. Rowan's at work. Good guy. Do I have one more? Okay, the George Eastman Young Leaders Award, given on behalf of the University of Rochester, recognizes the student who has demonstrated strong leadership experiences at school and in the community, high grades in challenging courses, extensive involvement in extracurriculars. The award winner is eligible for a scholarship of $5,000 each year or at least $20,000 for 4 years should they decide to enroll at the University of Rochester. This year's George Eastman Young Scholarship Award winner is Greta Ruhr. Last one. The Frederick Douglass Susan B. Anthony Award is given on behalf of the University of Rochester, recognizes two of Rochester's most significant pioneers in social justice. The award recognizes a student who has demonstrated a commitment of understanding and addresses difficult social issues. The award winner is eligible for a scholarship of $5,000 each year or at least $20,000 for 4 years should they decide to enroll at the University University of Rochester. This year's Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award winner is McKenna Nelson.
Ms. Sarah Downing of the Social Studies Department will present the Jonathan Daniels Award.
I haven't even said anything yet. Each year, the Jonathan Daniels Award is presented to a student from Keene High School that has combined outstanding academic achievement with a dedication to social studies during their time at school. The student exhibits a sincere passion for the social sciences as observed by the school's Social Studies Department. This year, we have 2 recipients. The first, I've had the privilege of knowing since they began elementary school. The student has been described by teachers as a thoughtful, community-minded individual. During their academic career here, this young man has earned 5.5 credits from the Social Studies Department, clearly demonstrating a strong interest in a variety of topics. This individual is a role model for his peers, one who not only sets high standards for himself, but brings out the best in others as well. He is always willing to lend a hand to his fellow students and teachers alike, never asking for anything in return. He has been an integral part of the Unified Athletics program here at Keene High, working as a partner for a variety of athletes, and truly embodies the spirit of the program by fostering inclusion and friendship on and off the playing field. The student will attend University of Vermont in the fall to study special education. Social Studies Department is pleased to announce the recipient of the 2024 Jonathan Daniels Award to Noah Von Deb. This year's next recipient is a passionate student who has taken an impressive 9 social studies classes during their tenure here at Keene High School, while never achieving a grade lower than an A. Exuding humility, maturity, and compassion, the student is described by her teachers as a gifted writer and an inventive thinker who clearly articulates her thoughts. She can always be counted on to enthusiastically participate in classroom discussions, no matter the topic, which demonstrates her flexible thinking and interest in the world around her. She's a voracious reader and a passionate historian who cares deeply about equity. In the spirit of this award, this year's recipient is committed to helping others and improving the lives of everyone around her, exemplifying her selflessness. She spent countless hours organizing the KHS Community Closet and other philanthropic initiatives. Philanthropic, excuse me. This student will attend the University of New Hampshire to study history and law. The Social Studies Department is also pleased to announce the second recipient of the 2024 Jonathan Daniels Award to Maya Cretion.
Madame Riley and Senora Charles will present the World Language Department Awards, and Senora Charles will also present the Seal by Literacy Awards.
All right, bonsoir. I didn't just go shopping. So it's a little emotional. It's my last time that I will be doing this. Bear with me. So in order to receive the French Book Award, eligible students must show an A for all French classes. They must also show great interest in the culture and language by being active in the French club and in other ways. So I have 2 students who are really deserving of this award, the French Book Award. She started French 1 in the fall of 2021 during the COVID, and I must say it was really hard. After French 2, she enrolled in an ELO program to continue her French studies. So she did French 1 and French 2 with me. After that, she had too many classes to take, So she took French 3, French 4 honors, and AP French in the ELO program, which is an independent study. And so I coached her, and working with Nancy Rafferty, we were able to have her pass with high honors. And she took the AP French exam in May 2025. She just did. This amazing student juggled her academic priorities with many extracurricular activities. She's on the student council. She's president of the French club, and she's at MoCo every night. She was just in Cinderella. Her energy and enthusiasm for French is amazing and catching. She took the French national exam, and she got the silver medal last year. She took it again this year, level 4. She intends to continue French at Northwestern University, where she will continue her studies in science and French. Before that, she intends to go to Dublin, Ireland for a semester. And we wish her bonne chance, and this is Sydney Keene. And this year we received gift cards from the AATF, which is the Association of French Teachers, and they take care of the Grand Concours, this big French national test. We also have another student who is a senior, and I had him only this year. He was at St. Joe's before and Mercy Academy, and he is absolutely amazing. He was basically doing French 5 during the French 4 honors, so I had 3 levels in the same class, and he's just very easy to get along with. He wants to speak French all the time. We're always having conversations about art and literature and history, and it's just amazing to have a student get to that level that he's really speaking all the time French. So I want to talk about Morgan Murray. Murray also received a silver medal at the contest this year. Let's see if I can find these. Morgan, you will be going on to Clark University. So here. These are our 2 recipients. And then we have several students who did very well on this French national test. And then we have actually Sullivan Murray, who is his brother, and he was in French 3, and he got the level 2 silver medal also. If you're here, Sullivan. They really are fantastic. And I want to call a little prodigy. He's very young. He's a freshman, but he did so well in French 1 class, and he got also a medal for the level 1 of French 1. So that's Ezekiel Aris, if you're here. Ezekiel.
Buenas noches. Hola. Gracias. Okay. I am pleased to be here on behalf of the 5 Spanish teachers in the World Language Department. It is always a pleasure to recognize a student for outstanding accomplishments in the study of any second language. This year's recipient has a history of success in all of their Spanish courses during their years at Keene High. They have exhausted our curriculum, taking Spanish 2, 3, 4, 5, and AP. All successful language learners are able to memorize, they can imitate their teacher's accent, and take baby steps towards communication. However, there are some other attributes which set tonight's winner apart from their peers. When a student has the ability to take in new information in a second language, make connections with the new information, and then seamlessly incorporate it into their own original speaking and writing, proficiency is not far behind. When a student has the ability to make casual conversation easily and tell jokes and be genuinely funny in a second language, that is when teachers pause and think, oh my gosh, they've got it. Tonight's Spanish Book Award winner has provided me with several of these moments as I was lucky enough to teach her in our AP Spanish class this year. I am hopeful that tonight's recipient will continue to pursue her study of Spanish at Keene State College next year. Please join me in congratulating Olivia Pelkey. I'm also here tonight to talk about something that's new to Keene High, and hopefully we'll be doing this for many years to come. This year, for the first time, the World Languages Department is pleased to recognize 12 outstanding seniors who have earned the New Hampshire Seal of Biliteracy. This seal is a national program administered by the State Departments of Education in all 50 states. In order to qualify, students must demonstrate literacy skills in both English and a second language. Proficiency in that second language is determined by a student, or in their first language, is determined by their SAT score in language arts, and completion of the National Stamp Test measures proficiency in a variety of world languages. I was lucky enough this year to teach Spanish 5 and AP in spring semester, and I kind of rolled this out and said to my class, do you want to try this? Like, we've never done this. Do you want to take this test? I really don't know much about it, but do you want to try it? And every single student said yes, which was shocking. I did not think they'd all opt to do it, but they did. As part of the STAMP test, students must test in all 4 areas of language acquisition: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. They must score in the intermediate proficiency range or higher, which is a remarkable achievement for a second language and a testimony to their dedication to the study of Spanish. Although I am their last Keene High Spanish teacher and their last SAU 29 Spanish teacher, this is the fruits of the labors of all the language teachers who have taught them. Last year, throughout all secondary schools in New Hampshire, 13,020 students graduated. I did a little investigation today from high school, and only 182 students received the Seal of Biliteracy, which equates to a 1.39% of the graduates. That's amazing to me. So these students that we're going to recognize are in that top 1.39% of all graduates in the state of New Hampshire to earn the seal. We are proud to recognize 12 who qualified this year. They have received an honor cord. They will have a seal on their actual diploma on Friday night and a notation on their official transcript. I am pleased to present them with a certificate of their achievement from the State of New Hampshire, Department of Ed, and NOWALT, which is the New Hampshire Association of World Language Teachers. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipients. It's a list of 12, so here we go. Molly Alexander, Maggie Bolton, Jocelyn Downing, Trenton Hill, Claire Holmes, Oriah Holmes, Hannah Lagat, Raylan Leonard Solis, Olivia Pelkey, Veronica Prescott, Monica Senthil Kumar, and
Each year, the mathematics department chooses seniors from a variety of pathways who have excelled in their mathematical career while at Keene High School. This recognition comes with a brand new graphing calculator, which we hope they'll put to good use. It is both an honor and a privilege to present one of this year's Mathematics Department Awards, recognizing not only outstanding academic achievement in mathematics, but also in a student's deep intellectual curiosity and commitment to collaborative learning. I've had the distinct pleasure of teaching this student in 2 courses within the Interactive Mathematics program. This program is designed to challenge students through discovery-based learning, inquiry, and collaboration. This student participated in the honors level of the program and consistently demonstrated a level of insight and engagement that exceeded even our highest expectations. She's an exceptional mathematics student. She quickly grasps complex concepts, articulates them with clarity and precision, and applies them with confidence in new and challenging contexts. Her written work, particularly her portfolio submissions, routinely went beyond the standard, reflecting a depth of understanding. What sets the student apart from her peers is her willingness to support those around her. She is not only a leader in her own learning, but a quiet leader among her peers. She notices when others are struggling and steps in, not to offer quick answers, but to guide and encourage true understanding. That kind of empathy, combined with intellectual strength, is rare and deeply valued in the classroom. In my over 25 years of teaching mathematics, this student stands out as one of the most intelligent, well-rounded, and compassionate students I've had the privilege to teach. I'm pleased to present this award to Rachel Camphouse.
So the second math award this year goes to William Fouth. So I just like to bring him up here so I can talk about him in front of you and you can squirm a little bit. But so Will took 5 accelerated math classes, 2 APs with no grade less than an A- at Keene High School. And my time that I spent with Will was in studio physics, trigonometry. And, you know, so there's a couple things that stand out about Will. He's patient. You know, a lot of students, especially in math classes, you know, they want to get to the answer really quick and they want to just get the right answer and then move on. And Will's the kind of mathematician who's a thinker. He pauses, thinks about it, thinks about how math applies to the situation, which is really helpful to becoming a successful mathematician. But the other thing that, you know, and especially in our class that blends science and math, Will is really interested in how math describes the world around us, which is essential. Like, you can get good grades on tests and stuff like that, and you can answer math questions. But if you can use mathematics to describe the world around you, you can use it as a tool to predict what's going to happen in the future. And that's why we need great thinkers like Will to help guide us. So congratulations, Will.
Two to present. I give it away right at the beginning too, but you don't have to come up here if you don't want to, but you can. So the next Math Department Award goes to Riley Hayes. Riley has been a standout student during her 4 years at Keene High School. She excels in critical thinking and is amazing at both independent and collaborative work. She has a great ability to problem solve, identifying what she has, what she needs, and what issues may arise when taking a particular route. She enjoys the satisfaction of being challenged and coming out successful, and she knows that hard work and perseverance are how she gets there. Each day she's present, engaged, willing to undertake the heavy mental lifting asked of her, and she does it with a smile. During AP exam prep time, Riley would be locked in, completely focused on practicing her FRQs while those around her chatted away. Even when her classmates were losing steam, she would be engaged in the mathematics that she found fun. Right? And while she would be plugging away at her problem set or FRQs, she would never hesitate to stop and help a classmate if in need. Many times I would hear her explaining a concept to a peer and helping them through a problem, making sure they gained the understanding that she had. Riley is an exceptional mathematician and student and will be attending Oberlin next year and majoring in musical studies with a concentration in arts administration. I think you'll need that calculator. So congratulations to the sleigh goddess, Riley Hayes. Okay, the last math award tonight goes to Ryan Cower. So mathematics isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about so much more than that. It's about persevering and problem solving, thinking critically, and collaborating. Ryan embodies all of these attributes. He works hard and does not give up when tackling a difficult problem. He takes feedback and leading questions to reevaluate problems and look at them from another angle. Every time we had an assessment in class, Ryan would show up in the morning with a list of questions. They were usually very specific, as he was on a mission to get them answered and clear up any confusion he had. He would draw diagrams on the board with various situations, making sure he understood the nuances of each function and operation. And I have to say that I always looked forward to him bounding in with purpose. Not only is he an adept mathematician, but he's a wonderful person. Always carrying himself with the utmost maturity and polish, Ryan is respectful to everyone with whom he encounters. He is a role model for all of his classmates and will not only give them tips on how to speak to teachers, he will also help them with their mathematics. In our final roller coaster project in AP Calculus, Ryan finished his project first, and then he became the guru that everyone went to for how to prove the function was differentiable, how to show continuity, how to print it. He's off to Virginia Tech in the fall to major in aerospace engineering. Congratulations, Ryan!
Distinguished members of the English department will now present the Excellence in English Awards.
Didn't know we were distinguished. That's delightful. All right, let me just make sure I know where we are. Great. Hi again. So it is with pleasure that I award this Excellence in English Award to a student who leaves her mark every single day in English 9 honors. From her insightful discussion of our reading material to her desire to tackle complex topics in her writing, this student exhibits the characteristics of a true thinker and learner, not just adhering to a teacher's requirements or completing the necessary steps to move to the next, but true thinking and learning, the kind of thinking and learning that leads to in-class pondering, and then after-class conversation, and then next day reevaluation, and ultimately a conclusion, perhaps. This student is open to all sorts of opportunities, reading both current YA titles as well as complex classics. When others are hesitant to offer a response to a question or to engage in discussion, this student is willing to respond. When crafting her writing, she considers every aspect: overall meaning, organization, sentence structure, word choice, even the choice in punctuation marks. She is encouraging to her peers, delightful in demeanor, and overall a kind and genuine human being. For loving the world of English, I present this award to Eden LePlume. I think Eden's here. I'll get it to her tomorrow.
Hello. The recipient of this Excellence in English Award is the only 10th grade student in my AP Literature class. She has earned a grade that embarrasses me in my quest to be a challenging teacher. This young woman is impressive in many ways. Her work habits are disciplined, her literary analysis is insightful, and her writing is sophisticated. This can be said of many extraordinary students. However, in my experience, what makes this student unique is her equanimity as she pursues her love of learning. She is calm, collected, and seemingly always in possession of a great sense of humor and a kind of grounded wisdom. She knows that it is important to leave room in one's life to actually enjoy the experience of reading a Jane Austen novel. It is my pleasure to give this award for excellence in 10th grade English to Alexia Tuthill. The recipient of this award for excellence in 11th grade English is another student in my AP Literature class. This student practically glows with her love of literature. On more than one occasion, she has hugged a novel, sighed dreamily, and exclaimed, "I love English class." She often can't wait until class discussion time to talk about her class text, and I've enjoyed many conversations with her during I-time when we both have been too tired to do our real work, but we are never too tired to love stories, characters, and language enthusiastically. Her comments on the class blog demonstrate not just a love of literature, but a joyful desire to ignite that love of literature in her classmates. She celebrates the words and ideas of her classmates. This student excels at encouraging others. It is my pleasure to give this award for excellence in 11th grade English to Autumn Jeffs.
Can you make this any taller? Can you hear me? Okay. Before I get to more book awards, I want to thank the parents who read to their children and gave them books. You've made a real impact. Thank you all. This year's junior class has so many exceptional students that it was difficult to narrow down our list of nominees. I have the pleasure of presenting 4 book awards for excellence in English 11 in no particular order. First, I'd like to recognize a voracious reader who was gobbling up stories before she could read or even speak, listening eagerly to her mother's voice. She's caring and thoughtful, with a mind that is comfortable with complexity and ambiguity. She may be here tonight if she hasn't disappeared into the Montague book mill again, or taken flight, quite literally. Thompson Norris. Guess not, she's up in the air again, I think. Next, I'll tell you about a young woman with an analytical mind and a fierce backhand. She shows great compassion for others and loves deeply friends, teammates, family, and the multitude of colors in nature. But more importantly to her hard-hearted English teacher, she can swim in words as though they are her native habitat, even though English is her second language. Emma-Ray St. Arnaud. My next honoree is brave, bold, funny, collaborative, and creative with many interests and passions, including the perplexing platypus. One English class at a time? No. How about adding public speaking to the mix? And are there some performances to add? Drama, music? Bring it all on. But still manage to do it all well and with enthusiasm? Protos Aronson. Finally, I'll recognize a scholar and occasionally hobbled athlete whose descriptive writing can make your mouth water. Spiced pumpkin pie with a flaky crust, creamy mac and cheese with smoked paprika, yum. She's thoughtful, curious, reflective, and truly appreciative. Avery Levasseur.
To be able to work with our next junior excellence this junior has come to AP English Language first thing in the morning, ready to go. She does not yawn or respond tired when I ask how she's doing, for she is always bright-eyed and upbeat. She doesn't have an excuse for why work is late, for it never is. She never explains why she didn't quite get to the reading for the day, for she's read it. Once class begins, she is articulate and thoughtful in her responses, encouraging to her peers and questioning of the material. She is as quick to respond to a question as she is to defer to a peer for their response. Her passion for learning is apparent every day. Throughout this year, the student has demonstrated strength of analysis, argument, insight, explanation, exemplification, discussion, debate, fashion sense, and frugality. Whether tackling topics such as the power of opportunity, being part of a team, class rank, the morality of zoos, or even the problem with roundabouts in Keene, her thoughtful planning and clear writing demonstrate her commitment to the work and result in final products that are engaging and thought-provoking. Quick side note, she is going to need to share this award with her work partner, for she is aided, I am told, by the furry support of her cat, who graces her presence in her Chromebook during the whole of her work process. It has been a privilege. Congratulations to Evelyn Ormerod. We have two seniors to recognize in our Excellence in English Award, so for the moment, pretend that I am Mary Armstrong. Mary says, I had the pleasure this fall to have an incredible literature and composition honors class. They worked well together, supported each other, and pushed conversation beyond expectations. Any one of these students might have won this award. But this student had one quality that made her stand out. She is known around the school as incredibly kind. So kind, in fact, that people sought me out to tell me how lucky I was to have her in class, that she was one of the nicest people that these teachers knew. Unfortunately, I, Mary, am unable to be here tonight to present this award to such a kind, thoughtful, and deserving senior. And now, as Elizabeth Hansel, I also will just add, I had this student as a freshman, and I will concur. One of the nicest people you will ever meet, Cece Wallier.
The recipient of this award for excellence in 12th grade English is another student from her AP Lit class. She proves that it is a mistake to think that quiet students are not engaged or that they lack passion. This young woman is a careful reader and a conscientious student whose writing improved consistently with each assignment. However, it was not her written assignments that won this award for her. It was her breathless, high-speed monologues during the independent reading tutorial sections of the class that clinched it for her. For both independent reading projects, she would sit down in the conference chair with carefully written out notes on her independent reading novel, but she would not need them as she excitedly launched into sharing her observations. She especially enjoys discussing the threads of connection that run through longer works. She wants to be a psychologist if she puts even a fraction of the effort into understanding her patients and their life stories as she has put into understanding the fictional characters of her independent reading. She will help a lot of struggling people learn to help themselves. It is my pleasure to give this award for excellence in 12th grade English to Louisa Oram.
Ms. Monica Foley and Mr. David Liebarger will present the Science Department Awards.
English teachers are a hard act to follow. Keene High School Science Department is honored to recognize students with the annual Science Department Book Award. This award celebrates seniors who have not only excelled academically in science, but have also actively explored a wide range of scientific fields throughout their time at Keene High. Our awardees are distinguished by their exceptional talent, boundless curiosity, and a genuine commitment to furthering their scientific understanding. Our first awardee is a student who has challenged herself with nearly all of the science that Keene High has to offer, but who is most passionate about life science and medicine. She is described by her AP biology teacher as someone who is skilled at thinking abstractly and who is a clear communicator of science. Having her in both anatomy and physiology classes, I can attest to the student's aptitude in science and the depth of understanding that she's capable of achieving. She's passionate about her learning and truly lights up when she makes a new connection or when she learns something cool. It's a privilege to award the Science Department Book Award to Rachel Camphouse. Our next book award is also a student who has excelled in all disciplines of science while at Keene High and who also plans on pursuing the life sciences and the medical field. I have also had the pleasure of having this student in both anatomy and physiology classes and can attest to his genuine curiosity and love of learning. He's a deep and critical thinker, adept at forging new connections. The high expectations he sets for himself are consistently matched by his work ethic and intellect necessary to achieve his goals. I'm proud to award Nitesh Chander, Archnaraj, and Humathy for the Science Department Book Award.
Good evening. So every year the science teachers gather and we each come with students that we want to champion in our conversation about who's deserving of the Science Department Awards for the year. And it's always challenging. There's a large crew of very talented students. And just think about all the people that have been up here already tonight and how encouraging that is when you think about the future. And so what do? We draw straws, we do rock, paper, scissors, cage match of Jenga, until finally we were able to narrow it down, and we just couldn't narrow it to two. We had to recognize 4 students. And we've recently received a generous donation from Subaru of all these books. We decided we have to give them away, or they're just going to sit on the shelf. And so we couldn't even narrow down the books to 1 book, so we're giving 3 books for each of these. So let's see, we have 2 more awards we'd like to give. I had heard of this student's fame from afar, but alas, the student has the dubious accomplishment of earning the Science Department Award while completely eschewing AP Physics. So I had to journey to see if the wise man on the hill, Mr. Davidson, could personally vouch for the student's sterling reputation. And here's just a few snippets of what I learned. In keeping with his family legacy, he is a soccer file and consummate team player. His teachers and peers alike have appreciated how easy it is to work with him and how he embodies the phrase, "It's not about me." He's been stellar in every science course that he's taken here at Keene High School. Also, St. Lawrence, Vassar, and now Hamilton in New York State, the New York State Collegiate Career, also in keeping with family legacy. This is where this year's awarded will be headed off to school in the fall, and so, as you may have guessed, we are thrilled to recognize Will Fouth as one of this year's Science Department awardees. The most engaged student in class, yet cloaked in stealth mode. A voracious reader and insightful question poser at the apex of academia with a flashy GPA, all while inhabiting the vanishing virtue of modesty. As often as I've attempted to explain complex concepts in class, she would flash this pensive glance to the side as if to say, "Really, Mr. Leibarger? Do you sure you know what you're talking about?" To the extent that I've now come to doubt just about everything that I'm teaching. Needless to say, it is difficult to stay ahead of Hannah, which is one of the trustworthy indicators of a science department awardee. So we are proud and happy to congratulate Hannah Legault as this year's science department awardee.
Please welcome Mr. Jason Zecca to the podium to present the Bausch and Lomb and Society of Women's Engineer Awards.
The Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award is given by the University of Rochester to a student in recognition of outstanding achievement and superior intellectual promise in the field of science. This year's Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award winner is Avery Johnson. This one's near and dear to my heart. My daughter's an engineer. For more than 7 decades, the Society of Women Engineers has given women engineers a unique place and voice within the engineering industry. The organization is centered around the passion for our members' success and continues to evolve with the challenges and opportunities reflected in today's exciting engineering and technology specialties. The Society of Women Engineers Certificates of Merit are awarded to high school students in recognition for their outstanding excellence in science and math. This year there are 3 recipients. At the honors level, Catherine Campos. At the high honors level, Madeline and Seven Allen. And at the highest honors, Evelyn Omeron.
Ms. Martha Levine will now present the Health and Physical Education Award.
All right. The last department award of the night, nice segue into the athletics award. Our department has a lot of different classes to choose from. This student, Aiden, you want to come up? Has taken 10 classes with us. Seems like a lot of fun and games, but I quite honestly want to thank, because it is. I think you found the secret to life. Have a lot of fun, make good friends, cool competition, and be active. I hope you continue that.
Now we are on to the Athletics Departmental Awards. Mr. Bill Derry and Mr. Chris McIntosh will present the Senior Scholar Athlete Awards.
The Scholar Athlete Award is presented annually to a senior girl and boy who have participated in 2 or 3 sports during their sophomore, junior, and senior year, who have the highest accumulated scholastic average. In addition, the recipients must have demonstrated acceptable behavior on and off the field and be self-disciplined and cooperative. It is my honor to give the Senior Scholar Athlete Award. I was fortunate enough to work with this young woman as a 4-year member of the indoor and spring track teams. As a shot putter and javelin thrower, she was a dynamo in the weight room and someone who mastered her throwing technique. She was a great leader, and as I was fond of saying about her, she was small but mighty. In her 4 years that she was on our teams, I can honestly say that no team member held herself to higher standards. This amazing young person has achieved some incredible feats in the classroom. Looking at her transcript, we see some wow statistics. 15 honors and advanced classes, including 8 different math courses. 5 AP classes ranging from macroeconomics to AP English. Her overall GPA is 4.394, and her class rank is 4th out of 280 students. Perhaps most significant, she was awarded the Varecchia Business Scholars Award, the most prestigious award given out by the University of Rhode Island for incoming freshmen. She was only one of 4 students to receive this scholarship from an application pool of 25,000. It is my honor to give this award to Tatum DeLegge.
Good evening. First of all, I want to congratulate all the award winners so far, and then athletically, all the award winners that will be honored to follow. Keene High Athletics feels like it's hit a corner, and you can't ignore this side of the state any longer. We've had some great success. It's contagious, and you've all done a great job with your careers here at Keene High School. So, just wanted to say that to start. As far as the scholar athlete, the male scholar athlete, academics we hold at the highest standard on our hockey team. We've been really blessed over the years to have some really, really great students in the classroom that happen to be hockey players as well. Our senior captains this year were all scholar athletes. They all led by example, and it all started right here at Keene High School. So this gentleman was a multi-sport athlete. He was part of the National Honor Society. He had a 4.236 GPA, was 15th in his class out of 280, and apparently he is incredible in the Spanish classroom. Trenton Hill.
Ms. Michelle Tiani will present the Jean Mosley Award.
Good evening. The Jean Mosley Award is presented to a senior girl who shows outstanding effort, sportsmanship, and cooperation on and off the field, and 2 or 3 sports for a minimum of 3 years, including her senior year. One of those sports must be field hockey, basketball, or softball. This year's recipient has such a nurturing and compassionate personality. She is the one you go to when you need to pick me up, the shoulder to cry on, or some fashion advice. She can break the tension with her best sense of humor. She truly cares for others. She can take charge of a group and has problem-solving skills. On the other hand, she knows how to be a role player. She can listen and observe. She waits for the right time to step in and offer her thoughts. She is fair and friendly to all of the players and helps include new or younger teammates. I have had a front row seat watching this athlete grow up. That is where I am most proud of her. Her maturity and strength have grown so much. I've watched her gain confidence and become the person she is today. She has given up so much of her own time to help younger girls learn the game of field hockey. She has volunteered to work at many youth clinics and camps throughout her time at Keene High School, giving back to the sport she loves so much. She also has a part-time job, is involved in many extracurricular clubs, is an athlete on 2 varsity teams. She also spends lots of time with her family and friends. She has mastered the work-life balance at a very young age. It is a true privilege to present this year's Jean Mosley Award to Maya Stebbins.
Members of the Keene High coaching staff will present the Gene Seaver Sportsmanship Awards.
Back again. The Gene Seaver Sportsmanship Award is presented to the senior boy and girl who have demonstrated the most outstanding qualities of sportsmanship throughout their high school careers. Sportsmanship is an understanding of and commitment to fair play, ethical behavior, and integrity, a general goodwill towards an opponent. It's an affirmation that an athlete is disciplined enough to have perspective, maintain poise, and do what is best for her teammates. Winning is fun. It is a reward for all of your hard work. When we play a sport that keeps score, it is our obligation to our teammates to do our best to win within the rules of the game and within the spirit of the game. Sportsmanship is celebrating your win, but celebrating with grace. Have empathy for your team you defeated, win with humility in class, acknowledge your opponent's efforts, and that they were worthy competitors. This recipient leads by example in everything she does. She's not flashy or loud. She simply does her job, and she does it well. She's a true role model for young girls and her teammates. As a defensive-minded player, her job is to stop the best offensive threat on the opposing team. This doesn't come without a little trash talk and rough play. Sometimes the call in field hockey can be a bit subjective instead of black and white. A difference of opinion, you might call it. This athlete never argues or complains. She puts her stick back down and works harder and smarter to regain the advantage. One of our opponents screamed from the moment they got off the bus until the final whistle. I've never had a worse headache in my entire life. The athlete was never frazzled, even when she played the entire half right next to their bench, all while this is going on. She held her head high and played her game. This athlete has given up much of her own time again to help younger girls learn the game, volunteered at youth clinics and camps throughout her time at Keene High School. She's the first one to volunteer when I suggest the opportunity. And last spring, she did an independent study with me to help develop her leadership skills and learn more about teaching and coaching. You would never know how strong of a player she is, and she can sometimes be overlooked for recognition because of her quiet and effective style of play. But not only is she a key member of the undefeated state championship team, individually she is a 2-time All-State first team member. She was named to the New Hampshire Twin State team. The team is made up of the top 20 seniors in all of New Hampshire. Her teammates have also voted her defensive player of our team for 3 years in a row. She best embodies what Keene High School sports are all about. She is humble, kind, and the first one to help out a teammate or opponent. Next year, she will continue her playing career at Division III Simmons College. Congratulations to Avery Allaire.
Good evening. Pete Hills. I'm the Nordic skiing coach, having completed my 5th season here at Keene High School. And I'm going to pull the Bill Gillard approach and bring the recipient up and then talk about the individual. So I have the pleasure of presenting the Gene Seaver Sportsmanship Award to Alexis Hills. Alexis is a 12-season athlete competing in cross-country, outdoor track, unified soccer, unified track, and Nordic skiing. What is sportsmanship? A quick search will yield fairness, integrity, respect, humility, self-control, teamwork, loyalty, and perseverance. I'll highlight a few of these areas that Alexis has demonstrated her sportsmanship over the past 4 years as an athlete at Keene High School. First, she's a great teammate. She gets along with her team, she's supportive, she does a great job managing team dynamics, she's a great cheerleader, and for the past 4 years, she's been the one that brings the glitter and puts it on her team's faces before the races. Alexis is another coach on our team. Alexis has been skiing for a long time and brings a wealth of experience in the sport of Nordic skiing. She's regularly working with her teammates on improving their technique, how to approach a section on the course, and how to manage the stress of competition. She does this naturally, very helpful, and with a respectful approach. I know Coach Sturtz and I are going to miss her next year. Alexis is also the social connector. This is probably her strongest aspect. Over the years, she's built a broad network of friendships with skiers all across New Hampshire. It's pretty common to see Alexis on the side of the trail with her teammates and skiers from Plymouth and Lebanon and Hanover and Kearsarge and Concord, all cheering for the boys as they finish their race. She's a tremendous ambassador for Keene. She's a tremendous ambassador for her high school and the skiing community. Lastly, if you hadn't figured this out, Alexis is my daughter. For the past 5 years, she's had to navigate being the coach's kid. But it has its advantages, it has its disadvantages, but she's really, really navigated it very well, and I'm really proud of her for that. So Coach Derry, Coach Dan, and I have been very fortunate to have Alexis as an athlete for the past 4 years. Congratulations, Alexis, to being awarded the Gene Seaver.
Good evening. As Coach Hills and Coach Tiani have talked about sportsmanship, I will just have the privilege of talking about the next recipient. He's a great young man who is much more than a multi-sport athlete. He has been a cornerstone for every single program that he's been in. He does great in the classroom, and he works wonders with the youth in our community. He reminds us all that character is just as, if not more important than skill. He's a fun player to watch because he plays the game the right way, and he's like having another coach out on the field. It is my honor to announce Gene Seaver Sportsmanship Award to Peyton Gower.
Congratulations, class of 2025. My recipient is truly a Renaissance young man. I had asked him some time ago to provide me with a short list of his achievements at Keene High School. There's about 40 bullets. Any one of those would be most impressive for any student. So let me just touch a couple to give you a sense of the broad capability of this young man, brought not just as a sportsman, but a scholar athlete and a very accomplished musician. He's a member of the Student Athletic Leadership Committee, National Honor Society, but he's also a very accomplished violinist, member of and participated in the New England Music Festival, grades 10, 11, and 12, New England Music Festival top category score, New England All-State Festival grades, and New Hampshire All-State Chamber Music Festival. As an athlete, he was the first to arrive and the last to leave. He was one of those assistant coach, especially for younger athletes, always willing to give a hand or explain something that might not have been as clear from the coach. He has a truly impressive athletic career as well. 4 years cross country, also was the cross country freshman runner of the year. 4 years of track freshman runner of the year. He was a Nordic skier for 4 years, finishing as the Nordic team captain. Also the recipient of the 2025 NHIA and NHADA Scholar Athlete Award. He was the recipient of the Keene Boys Track Team Doug Sargent Memorial Award just this last spring. And in 2 years, or he will for 2 years, spend time in Zimbabwe on a mission fulfilling helpful acts similar to the sportsmanship that he exhibited here at Keene High School. Truly amazing young man. I will miss him. He's obviously been around a lot in the vicinity, but he does so much more than athletics. So it's my pleasure to award this to Hiram Pingar.
Ms. Shannon Topa and Mr. Bob Dumond will present the Female Outstanding Senior Athlete Award, and Mr. Ray Boulay will present the Outstanding Male Senior Athlete Award.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bob Dumond. I am the coach of the Alpine ski team at Keene High School. I'd like to congratulate all the athletes for an outstanding year. You've made your school and your community proud. This year's Female Senior Athlete of the Year is a member of the Alpine ski team and the varsity soccer team. The ski team flies a little under the radar at Keene High School, but this athlete has been a 4-year standout. It's unfortunate more people didn't get a chance to see her in action. She truly is a gifted skier. As a junior racer, she was ranked top 10 in New Hampshire. When she came to Keene High, she set a goal for herself to win a state championship. From day one, she began to win races. During both her freshman and sophomore years, she was runner-up for the state title and made the meet of champions. In her junior year, she was having an outstanding season when, while doing the thing she loves best, she was out free skiing. She crashed into a lift tower and broke her femur. When she returned to Keene High in a full-length cast, the long, slow healing process had begun.
I first coached this athlete when she was an 8th grader on a local club soccer team. I've witnessed this athlete continue to improve and develop over her 4 years in the girls soccer program. Despite facing the devastating setback last year, she continued to show resilience and determination. Through rehabilitation and mental strength, she worked hard to return to the soccer field and the slopes for her senior year. Although her role had changed on the varsity soccer team, she embraced it with grace, becoming the ultimate team player. Her dedication never wavered. She supported her teammates tirelessly and brought energy to every practice and every game. Her ability to overcome adversity is what truly makes her an outstanding athlete.
As team captain going into her senior race season, she was not sure if she was ready. Her left leg was still atrophied and was suffering from tendonitis and bursitis in her knee. But as she got deeper into the season, her strength and confidence returned. She began to win races again. This year's D1 state championship race had the strongest field in 4 years. With the support of her team and fellow competitors, she won the slalom title and placed 4th in the giant slalom, giving her the fastest overall combined time to win the overall D1 state championship title and the #1 bib at the Meet of Champions, where she placed in the top 10 in both slalom and giant slalom. The award goes to Anna Dumond, who is
evening, everyone, and congrats to everyone that's won an award so far. A lot of familiar faces I see out there. And just to reiterate what Coach McIntosh said, this senior class should really be proud of what you've accomplished because you have been the beginning wave of change in how the corner of the state is looked at in athletics. So just a quick round of applause for that. All right, so it's a great honor to present one of the most prestigious awards in the athletic program, the Male Athlete of the Year. This award isn't just about talent, although this guy's got plenty of it. It's about leadership, character, consistency, and more than anything, this guy being so selfless. It's about the athlete who shows up every day, lifts others up, and represents their school and family with pride, both on and off the field. So just to talk about this recipient, he's been a standout in every way. Every year, he's going to be a 12-sport athlete. 12-sport varsity athlete is this guy. And that says a lot about who this guy is, not only to contribute and play 3 sports as a freshman, but to know the game and to be able to play with seniors that might not welcome you right away. But if you know anything about this guy, he's all about winning. So he's accepted very quickly in most groups. He gives everything he has. He's the kind of teammate that leads by example, who plays with his heart, humility, intensity, whether it's the state championship game or a Sunday night open gym. He's earned the respect of his coaches. Sorry, this is a tough one for me. He's earned the respect of his coaches, the admiration of his teammates, and earned the recognition from his entire school community, and most of the time by the state. In baseball, he's been a 3-time All-State player as a freshman, junior, and senior. He's a runner-up player of the year this year. And New Hampshire Sports Page voted him Player of the Week 3 weeks ago. In soccer, he led his team to one of the first Final Fours in I'm not sure how many years. In basketball, he was only All-State his senior year, but definitely should have been his junior year as well. For the New Hampshire Sports Page, he was voted All-Defensive Team both his junior and senior year. He played in the senior All-State game for basketball, and I assume he'll be playing that for baseball as well. It shocks me he wasn't reached out by more schools, but that's just them missing out. Next year, he's going to be a Rough Rider at Crowder University, where he's going to play junior baseball, one of the best programs in the country. And, you know, I've coached him since 8th grade. I've known him longer than that, and it's just tough to see him go, but I just can't wait to see what he does. And the Male Athlete of the Year is Pitch Hennessy.
Program, head coach Dan Gerber will be presenting the Outstanding Male Unified Athlete Award to junior Dylan White and the Outstanding Female Unified Athlete Award to Miss Alyssa Dubberly in their state championship track meet that is happening today at Alvirne High School. So let's all wish them well. Coach Michelle Tiani and Coach Chris McIntosh will present the James Lincoln Leadership Awards.
First, I just lost rock, paper, scissors to Coach Tiani. So leadership is maybe one of the most important things a team needs. It certainly is something a community needs, your family needs. It's something that if you can get players, people to empower one another, to all be individual leaders themselves, it can just create incredible results, no matter where it's applied. So leadership is an incredible trait, and we happen to have a great one on our team. This young man, senior captain, a three-sport athlete, so played 3 sports, 2 sports a year, golf, lacrosse, hockey. His junior year, he was awarded second team All-State. His senior year, he was awarded first team All-State Player of the Year. And Keene High hockey hasn't had one of those in 4 decades maybe, if that's even something we've accomplished before. So just a huge, huge accomplishment for the young man to be awarded that. On top of that, he does just about everything in this school for this school. This young man is somebody that I guarantee you've seen on the sidelines at some game, some event, some activity. He's there, he's promoting his peers, not just his teammates, but everyone at this school. He's got quite the crafty Instagram page that he makes these new age videos. I wish he made some hockey ones, didn't make any. Work on that next year maybe. But he promoted his peers, he promoted all of you, and he did it passionately. He was the president of the Student Athlete Leadership Council this year. He applied some great things, and he led by example, and I think that's really important. It's easy to say a lot of things in today's world, but to go out there and do it is what really, really matters. So I stole he won an award this year. It was from the Daughters of the American Revolution's Good Citizen Award, and I stole some of their bullet points because I thought they were great. They talked about dependability, truthfulness, loyalty. They actually added punctuality in here, but he was late to 2 6 a.m. practices. So I don't know how much that serves him. But service, cooperation, courtesy, consideration of others, the leadership with personality, self-control, ability to assume the responsibility, and then his unselfish interest in family, school, and community. And I really, really thought that defined this young man. He will be leading us once again, so Trenton Hill will be the starting goalie. Trent will be the starting goalie for Team New Hampshire, June 28th up at UVM for the Make-A-Wish game for Vermont.
John C. Maxwell says that a leader is who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. That perfectly sums up this year's female recipient. Over her time at Keene High School, this athlete has shown tremendous growth, not only as a player, but as a person and a teammate. She's become someone who her teammates look up to and count on. As we've said many times tonight, she is another coach on the field and motivates her teammates to work harder and get better. Without hesitation, there is no other player I want more on the field in a pivotal moment. Hard to keep the suspense up on this one, but I'll try my best. Carol King and the Gilmores said, "Where you lead, I will follow," and our team followed this athlete all the way to the championship game. As a junior, she was the first to organize off-season workouts, invite you on a run or to work out on the turf with her. She probably was at the turf this morning before school. She set a goal after our loss in 2023, that not only were we going to be better, but we would win the whole thing. She didn't just say this and wait for something to happen. She made it happen. Her contagious work ethic made those around her step up and keep up with her. She made everyone around her better. Her determination, perseverance, and competitiveness are intense. But she would show up before practice every day and offer her assistance to anyone who wanted it. She was patient and kind. She also volunteers and works with the Trilogy Youth Field Hockey Program, teaching and sharing her love of the game for the next generation of Blackbirds. Individually, this athlete has led the team in total points scored each of her 4 years at Keene High School. During the 2024 season, she set a historical milestone, becoming the first Keene High field hockey player to reach 100 points. But this happened because of her selfless play. She is involved in the majority of scoring opportunities this season by causing a corner, scoring the goal, or creating a play for a teammate. She's not concerned with who scores, just that we get more goals on the other team. With her leading the offense, the Keene High School field hockey team went undefeated and won the first state championship in school history. After the 2024 season, she was voted to the All-State First Team for the second consecutive year and was named to the Senior Twin State Game. This game is made up of the top 20 seniors in all of New Hampshire who will compete at the end of June against the best of Vermont here at Keene State College. She was also named Maxfield Hockey New Hampshire Player of the Year, not for Division I, but for all divisions, public or private schools in all of New Hampshire, the first one in Keene High history. Next year, she will be playing at Division I University of Maine, where I have no doubt she will continue to excel and be involved in as a member of the Black Bear community. It is my honor and no surprise that this year's female recipient of the Jim Lincoln Leadership Award goes to Sophia Miller.
Mr. David Goldsmith and Mr. William Derry will now present the Class of 1964 Harold Drew Track Awards.
The Harold Drew Track Trophy is awarded to boy and girl track athletes who best personifies qualities of good sportsmanship and good character, both on and off the field, includes both indoor and outdoor track teams and those seasons. I have the unique honor to have received this award back in 1970. Does say something about age, I guess, but it gives me a lot of pleasure to be able to give it in my own right to another athlete. It was originally a boys award, and it has become a boys, girls, and unified track award because we have all three of those programs. I have been told by Mrs. Gallagher that Dan Gruber will not be able to present tonight. They're still on their way home after winning the state championship in the unified. So that award will be given at a later date. My recipient is a great athlete, and it's going to be a pleasure to shake his hand and express that appreciation. This outdoor season, he was the top point scorer for the Keene High School track team. He was the Outstanding Athlete Award for the boys track team. He was first in Division I triple jump this last Friday evening with a jump of 43 feet 4 inches, which is the second longest jump ever made by a Keene High athlete. He was named to the Division I All-State team in both the triple jump and long jump. He was third in the long jump, and a unique quality of this individual is that in track and field, if you are a jumper, there's 4 jumping events, but he was not a pole vaulter. But it is unique in that you often have to simultaneously compete in all 3 events, and they're at the opposite ends of the track. So he would make a triple jump, and he would run to the opposite end of the field to do a high jump, only to return because the long jump pit was beside the triple jump. And that throughout the evening, he went back and forth, winning the triple jump, third in the long jump, missing by only 4 inches. He'll compete in the Meet of Championships this Sunday in Oyster River. He's a superb competitor, hardworking and personable, leads both by example and performance, demonstrates great sportsmanship. He leaves Keene High School to an uncertain future, but we wish him the best of luck. Congratulations to Alex Dixon.
So this young lady won the javelin as a sophomore. at the Division III state meet when she attended Fall Mountain High School. Her family moved and she came to Keene High School last year. And she was unfazed and repeated as a state champion. Once again, she defeated everyone and came home with the blue ribbon. This year, of course, she was thinking three-peat. At Friday's Division I state meet, however, she went in ranked third. The competition had definitely increased. It was the best field in many years. Undaunted, she threw 5 feet further than last year. And yet she was second by just 4 inches. Yet first, and second is not bad for state meets in your high school career. In addition to her amazing work at state meets, McKenna has also achieved a few other milestones. She was undefeated in the event during our regular season. She won the Connecticut Valley Conference meet by 15 feet. She's the second best javelin thrower of all time at Keene High School, and she hopes to eclipse that record this weekend at New Hampshire's Meet of Champions. She's been an excellent role model. She has helped our entire throwing squad at Keene High School reach new levels through her example and teaching. Keene State College is thrilled to welcome her next year where they find that she's a steal who really should be going to Division I. They are very eagerly awaiting her addition to their track team. McKenna Knapp.
For the Unified Track Program, Coach Dan Gruber will present the class of 1964 Harold Drew Track Award to Tristan Gargan, again at their away meet today, which they won. Mr. Atkins will award the 12-season Athlete Awards.
A 12-season Athlete Award is presented to any Keene High School student who successfully completes a total of 12 athletic seasons or more over 4 years and is nominated by their coach. The award recognizes dedication, hard work, and commitment that it takes to be a true student athlete in every sense of the word at Keene High School. The award winner can have no training rule violations, no game ejections, and must be nominated by their coach or coaches. Please come up when I read your name, and we'll hold the applause till we get everybody up here. And Dr. Gallagher, if we can get a picture, please. Jillian Frink, Fitch Hennessy, Colin Hennigan, Alexis Hills, Sawyer Lepley, and Hiram Pinnaker. Congratulations.
Next, members of the coaching staff will present the Outstanding Underclass Athlete Awards by grade, starting with grade 9, presented by coaches Shannon Topa and Chris McIntosh.
This year's 9th grade Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year goes to an athlete that made the most immediate impact on the soccer field. She's the kind of player that brings an unmatched intensity, and the team can count on under pressure to put the ball in the back of the net. During her first season as a varsity player, she scored 16 goals and tallied 6 assists. She led the team in goals, scoring 4 game winners, and tied for assists. Her performance helped lead the program to its best record in years. After every game, our opponent's coach commented that this player is something special. While soccer is the only sport this athlete competes in at the high school, what makes her an outstanding athlete is her national level status playing club soccer in the Girls Academy League, which is a national youth developmental program for girls soccer and is considered the highest level of youth soccer for girls. It is aimed at developing elite players for college and national team consideration. Last fall, she was selected to attend the U.S. Soccer Talent ID Center, which is an incredible opportunity and a step towards potential youth national team call-ups. This athlete was the only Keene girls varsity soccer member to be recognized at the state level, receiving second team All-State. She was the only freshman, male or female, to receive second team All-State recognition across all 4 divisions in New Hampshire. I look forward to seeing her continue to develop as an athlete and the impact she will make on the field for the girls varsity soccer program. Congratulations to the 9th grade Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year, Lucy Battaglia.
All right, my last one, I promise. Excited for this young man. We had a freshman join our hockey team this year. Brought a great attitude, a lot of enthusiasm, a very confident, driven young man. He's kind, he's good with his teammates, and he has fun. Makes the best of the scenario he has, and seemed to be appreciative of the opportunities. He came into high school last fall, started out on the football team, played hockey in the winter, and I'm going to elaborate on playing hockey because it was a little aggressive. So he was on both of our hockey teams this year. He played varsity and JV, and he's the kind of kid, he puts the cleats away, puts the skates on, and you could just tell right from when he first came to us in tryouts that he was going to improve, and he did so dramatically throughout the season. He practiced at 6 a.m. 4 days a week. He practiced at 8 p.m. 2 days a week. He played varsity games Wednesday and Saturday. He played JV games Friday and Sunday. Just that alone was pretty impressive. He still did well in school. He took care of himself for the most part, but he was a true Ironman for us, and he seemed to enjoy every minute. It was really, really fun to watch. After the hockey season ended, put the skates away, put his cleats back on, and joined the lacrosse team. So 2 varsity sports this year with lacrosse and hockey, the 2 JV sports with football and hockey, and just a really, really fun kid to watch, and really excited to see what his future holds. Grady Erickson, buddy.
Coach Derry and Coach Joy will present for the grade 10 Outstanding Female and Male Athlete.
I had the great privilege of coaching this young person in 2 out of her 3 seasons at Keene High School, last year and this year. In addition to being a tremendous athlete, she is funny, kind, and very determined. One of the things that makes her great as an athlete is she's able to summon a competitive grit and push herself in ways that many of her peers are unwilling to do. In cross country, she finished first in every race for our team and was our team clear MVP. As a 10th grader, she's already run the 11th fastest time in Keene High School history, and she was selected in the top 10 as a Division I All-Star for all grades. In Nordic skiing, she was in the top 15 in both her skating and classic races at the Division I level. She was in the top 24 U16 skiers in New Hampshire, competing in the U16 Regional Championships for Team New Hampshire, and was named the team MVP. In spring track, although we haven't had our banquet yet, she will be one of our team MVPs. So she had 3 different seasons as a sophomore, team MVP. On the track, showing her grit, she volunteered to do the metric mile and metric 2 mile in every race. This past weekend, she was 7th in both events at the Division I Championships. Please join me in recognizing Abigail Pinniger.
I didn't realize I'd have a big speech prepared. Honestly, not a lot I can not say about this kid. On the baseball diamond, this kid's been the number 3 hitter for me all year. He's also been someone I counted on the mound. I didn't name captains because we have people that stand out when we have people like we did. But this sophomore stepped up, been a leader on the diamond for us. And if I'm a little emotional, it's because I'm a big softie at the heart, and I love these kids. And every day he checks in with me, I check in with him. He led us in wins, and the big games is there. And again, hopefully, like I said, he'll continue to lead the next couple of years here, and that's Braden French.
For grade 11, coaches Michelle Tiani and David Goldsman.
This is my last time too. All right, it's my honor to present the junior class most outstanding female athlete. What an amazingly talented group of athletes we have here tonight. This athlete is one of the fiercest competitors I've coached. There's a switch that some athletes flip to go into game mode. That ability separates them from the rest. They're competing at a different level than most of their competitors. Her field vision and game knowledge are exceptional. The game literally slows down for her, and she makes it look easy and effortless. On the other side, off the field, this athlete is highly driven in her academics. She volunteers to help teach the sports she loves to a younger generation of athletes. She is truly the kindest person I've ever met. As a member of the Keene High School field hockey team, she was our core. She held us together, the key to the offense and defense, and anchored the transition game. She played her best in the biggest games. Coming into the 2024 season, she was one of the top players to watch in New England. During the 2024 season, she set the record for the most goals scored in a season with 17. She was named to the All-State second team. She is also a captain for the basketball team and one of the top scorers in the state. I can't wait to see what next year holds for her. Already committed to the defending national champion St. Anselm for field hockey, this year's most outstanding player for the junior class is McKenna Nelson.
This year's outstanding male junior athlete will be a familiar name, having been named the outstanding freshman and sophomore in succession. So this is really an addition to his resume, but it's a pretty impressive addition. He's a 3-sport athlete, has been for now his 3rd year. In cross country, he finished first in the Division I state championship, defeating the 2-time state champion in the process, second in the meet of champions this year, which was his only loss of the season, and he was also a remarkable 4th in the New England championships for the 2nd consecutive year, which was racing the best 275 high school runners in New England. He was named the New Hampshire Male Runner of the Year and was all Division I, all state, and all New England team member. In Nordic skiing, he was the top Keene Nordic skier, team MVP, and led the team to a 3rd place finish in the D1 states. third place in freestyle and fifth in classic in the D1 states. Fifth ranked male skier in all New Hampshire and represented Team New Hampshire at the Eastern High School Championships. In outdoor track, he just recently, last Friday evening, placed fourth in the 3200. He will compete in the Meet of Champions in the 3200 this Sunday in Oyster River. Always strives to improve, has a strong work ethic, great training and racing resilience, and a consummate team member. So it's my pleasure, yet again, to congratulate Sullivan Sturts on an outstanding junior athlete.
Now, Miss Allie Ferris will present the Salk Superfan Award.
Every year, Salk decides on one person who has been a visible, positive, and enthusiastic supporter for our athletic teams here at Keene High during both our home games and our away games. This person is constantly bringing the energy to our school-wide pep rallies, being a part of every game he could, and making everyone laugh. This person has truly embodied the superfan character throughout his years here at Keene High, and he will be added to an awards plaque in the athletic hallway. I'd like to present the 2025 Salk Superfan Award to Dan Smith.
Short, but it has been an absolute pleasure getting to be a part of this amazing night and to see all these outstanding people getting recognized for their hard work. Each of us is a member of a team of people: family, friends, teachers, coaches, mentors, people inside this room and people outside of it. So let's give one more round of applause for everybody here and elsewhere for a living. Best of luck to our award winners on their future endeavors, and I know all of us will do amazing things. Thank you, everybody.
Let me just get a quick final word here. How about a hand for Maggie? She did an excellent job. Best of luck in Dublin. Thank you to Lori, our sign interpreter. Thank you for being here. I'll speak really quickly for myself, but I'm sure I speak for all the adults, teachers, administrators in this room. We're incredibly proud of everyone in this room. I'm incredibly proud to be up here in front of you. Congratulations so much. We will have a short reception in the LGIA out the auditorium to your left. There's some snacks, refreshments, opportunities for pictures. Have a good night. Thank you.